So I'm at Zion National Park right here, and what do you see? You see like swamp coolers right there? So those are your swamp. That would be back in the old days. It would be material, but you could even make it out of wood. Nowadays they use a modern material. Those are a flue, a chimney effect. So it's like 90, 100 degrees out here. And as that hot air hits that and goes through the grill that is wet, it comes out cold at the other side. So say it's 90 here, on the other side it's coming out at 70 degrees. Little humidity, but the humidity out here is roughly 8 to 10% right now. And so you get a chill effect. And as that air cools, it gets heavy. And the heavy air falls down the chimney and flows into the building and then exits the building. And I'll show you an example of this. Now there's the old one, another way too, around the world. They've been doing this around the world. There's nothing secret about this. It's not mysterious. Here's the effect right here. Warm air, water soaked baffles right there. It comes down and it falls out. And actually when you walk into the visitor center right there, it's about 70 degrees inside, but humidity is a little high, 65 degrees or so, but the humidity is a little on the high side, but it's cool. And it just basically shows you how it works. Now the other method they do in other parts of the world is you would have, this wouldn't be a cooling shower, this would be a flue, a chimney. And what you would do is you'd come over to this part right here and you'd dig a tunnel down, and say you went down about 10, 15, 20 feet. And then you make a long tunnel and go, maybe 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, and then you come up. And so what would happen is this rock would become hot and it would naturally make a flue effect going out, just like a chimney on a stove. But as it did that, it would make a negative pressure in the house. And this would be cold underground, because the ground is always roughly somewhere around between 60, 54 degrees on average, depending where you live. And so you would take in the hot air over here, and it would force the hot air to travel through your tunnel and cool down to 50 some degrees, and then come up into your living space. And then, because as this part of your house got a little warmer and this tower would be really hot because the sun would be hitting it, it would make a flue, and it would suck and have a negative pressure on this side, and it would literally suck the cold 55 degree roughly air into your living space, and naturally air conditioning with no water. And that's it. And it works really good. It's very comfortable inside. I'm going back in there right now because I'm getting baked in the sun, and it's 90 degrees at 8 to 10% humidity, and it's not comfortable.